Okay, let's go again. So, a GM 2376. I think the King's Engine again, even against the Fianchetto line, does weaken F3 and H3, the Fianchetto line. Okay. Is he going to play it like an English opening? Right, now E5 or C5? I think E5 walks into F4, so against this system I think it might be good just to pivot around D4 and play for B5, the classic sort of plan, if I can get it. Maybe knight D4 here. Otherwise he plays D4 potentially. Okay, he's playing for B4. I'll try and prepare for that. So rook B8 and B6? Oh no, that doesn't help. What about just E5 soon? Or A5 and E5? If I play A5, maybe that's odd. No, B6 and there's E5. I don't think that's too harmful. E5. In fact, Bishop G4 might be interesting as an exchange sack. I'll try that. Get Queen A8 and get lovely light squares. It looks evidently, it looks okay. Maybe E5 isn't so hot, I hope. If I just weaken that control of D4 a bit, maybe take on E5, just take on E5 here with a pawn or something, or the bishop and pawn. Alright, so F3, G2, these things. Maybe knight E6 to G5. If he ever takes here, knight E6 to G5. Takes with a knight though. Can I get another pawn closer to the centre? So again, knight E6, G5 or E4 straight off the bat, or B5. B5 just to close in that rook, I think, for a moment, to stop B5. Okay. Put some pressure on this one. Or just Queen B7. If I take and then E4, it's starting to look like a good centre, but he's got these two passed pawns, which is a bit of a problem. But then E4, I don't know if they counterbalance that. Okay, so knight D5 here looks sort of tasty, except I've just gone into a mighty pin with Queen F3. There's E6, it's not so bad maybe. F5, E4 later. So F5 and E4. He's just going to infiltrate with his rooks. So that pin wasn't that clever, I guess. I'm just going to weaken my 7th rank ready for his rooks at this rate. Why don't I just exchange off one pair of rooks here, so he hasn't got the doubled rooks effect. And try and do something over here. Something like H6. Then later maybe King H7. But F5, there's always this second row getting weak. So King H7. Oh, he's letting me off this pin. That's nice of him. So he's going to infiltrate over there. Can I put my queen on F6 or something? He's going to try and drag that pawn down. What about knight C3? Is that handy? If I can get that knight back to... I don't know, it doesn't go anywhere useful, the knight, at the moment. So rook A7's a pain. He's just going for that pawn. Like E4 for knight C3. I think that's a good shot. Just to get knight C3 in and try and get the pawn back on over here. He just wants the queens off. He wants F7 as well. If I play Queen G8, do I get a tempo? Something useful like E3, or no, he's got a pin now, so he just takes. Oh no, I've got E3 because the knight's covering E3 and C3 nearly. If I unpin first, we'll play. Do I unpin first? Probably. Before the total disaster happens. There's rook A8. Oh man. That's a pain, everything's dropping off now. Let's play check, maybe. Gruesome. This is brilliant, this queen on A1. If only I'd done knight A4 or something. So bishop C3 just... Hang on, but it's not over just totally yet. Is it? Probably very close now. Just the exchange down for nothing. You can actually just you can just take it and take here. I mean, do that pawn. That was a total disaster. Speculative exchange sack didn't work. It just looked as though it was sort of interesting until knight D5. Maybe just an immediate E4. Just try and liberate this bishop. Just an immediate E4. And that would sort of try and undouble these pawns as well. But then, maybe he just... Hey, options, lots of options. Go for this. F5 for E4, like a sort of reverse Benoni you sort of play against, like for E4. If I can just get some compensation going. But the way that happened, I lost a lot of time on this pin. This queen on A1 was very good, and he was immediately threatening rook A7, of course. So I had to, I don't know, if I go here I'm going to lose this one though. He's always got the pressure. So the compensation, it doesn't seem at all evident now. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.